Okay, everybody. I tried doing this last night, but I was having some technical difficulties. So I'm gonna try attempt it today. Gonna go over lesson 9, chapter 8, exercise 11. This one talks about transactions that took place for National Trading Post LLC on May 1st, 2016. They received a $7,400 12-month 6% note in exchange for an outstanding accounts receivable from R. Stoney. So what you're going to do with that one, because it's accounts receivable, you're going to debit the notes receivable for that amount to clear it. And then because it's coming from accounts receivable, that's going to be your credit of $7,400. Notice I already put in all the dates just so that you could see. And then on December 31st, they accrued an interest rate on the R. Stoney note. So to get that, you're going to put in interest receivable. You're going to debit the interest receivable, and then you're going to credit the interest revenue. So to figure that out, you're going to take the amount that was received for the notes receivable, which is on top. So you're going to take the 7,400. I don't have Excel on mine. So you're going to take the 7,400 and then you're going to multiply it by the 6%. And then you're going to multiply it. So this is the 12-month 12 month, which is actually 1 year note. So that was the 1 year, 12 months. So you're going to multiply it by what's left, which was December. So that'll be 8, 12, which equals 296. You're going to debit 296 for accounts receivable and then credit 296. I'm sorry, interest receivable and credit 296 for interest revenue. The way to find that out is, remember how we figured out for the months, you're going to divide however many months that was already paid up until, so it was 8 months. So May, June, July, August, October, November, December. So that was 6, but also it would be 8 months. Well, it's 8 months. That's how it goes. Okay, so May 1st, you received a principal interest on the R. Stoney account, a note, so which means the interest has not been occurred since December 31st, 2016. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to debit cash, and then you're going to credit the notes receivable, and you're also going to take out the interest receivable. The cash is going to be the total amount of the 7,400 plus the 296. So let's go 7,400 plus 296. It's going to be 7696. Okay, if that makes sense to you, because you're going to do the whole cash. So you're going to want to debit the whole amount of the cash, that's the notes receivable, plus the interest receivable together. Okay, so for the next one, the next one is the notes receivables. For the notes receivable, let's see. The notes receivable up here, we're going to calculate what it was, what the interest was on there. So let's go try to figure out the notes receivable, how much that's going to be. Let's take that. Okay, calculator. Okay, so the notes receivable is going to be where we credit the accounts receivable, which was, we're going to credit 7,400. Then the interest receivable was what we calculated right up here for the 296. And then the credit, so the last one is going to be the interest income, interest revenue. And to figure that out, you're going to take, so it says from December 31st. So you're going to take January 1st minus April 30th, which is 4 months. So that's going to be 7,400. Oops, I forgot to put this. So we have to credit. No, wrong one. 296. Also 296. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to credit for the interest income. So we're going to go 12,000. I'm sorry, not 12,000. 7,400 times the interest, which is 0.06. And then you multiply it by 4 divided by 12. And that's going to give you, times 0.06 times 4 divided by 12. It'll give you 148. Submit for the answers. Oh, did I put that in wrong? Oops. I put it in wrong. Oh, I added it wrong. I forgot to add in the 148. So let's go So you're gonna get 7,400 plus the 296 plus the interest revenue. So it's gonna be 7844. Sorry about that. There it is. If you guys have any questions, I know it may sound a little confusing. Let me know. If you're not sure how I figured out which months they were. You're gonna look at where the months were in these days, as far as where May was, and then if it's what's left. So there was only 4 months left. So you're gonna take the 4 divided by the 12, and then you'll get your interest revenue. I hope this was helpful. I know it might be a little bit confusing. Sometimes I look at the solution to make sure I did it right. So here's your interest revenue, and it tells you basically the 7,400 times the 6% times the 8 months. And that was the first one to get the interest revenue on that first on the December 31st, 2016. So a lot of times I will go back and check if I get it wrong, and I will check this right here to make sure that I did it right. Looks like I did. I just forgot to add these other two. So if you guys have any questions, you're welcome to give me a call or email me, and I'll help you with as much as I can. So sorry it took so long to broadcast this. I was having some internet difficulties. All right, everyone, have a good night.